Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're taking a look at the Panasonic GH5 with the Metabones Canon EF adapter. It's not the speed booster, it's their standard adapter and it's the Mark IV version. And this is the actual adapter. Well, this isn't the adapter because it's on the camera. Actually, I'm filming this on the GH5. And this is a box for the adapter. It's a really smart adapter actually. Very, very well made. At the moment, I've only had it a day, well maybe 2 days, and I'm really, really pleased with it. Comes in a really, really nice case. I don't think I'm going to be using this case very much because I think it's going to be remaining on the camera. Now, I'm doing basically a lens test today. It's not a review on the GH5, that'll come later. But yeah, really nice, smart case that comes in. And I'm testing it with a range of well, basically Sigma lenses. Now there's a couple of Sigma Art lenses and a couple of lenses that are not Sigma Art lenses. And I'm using the Panasonic remote app. Absolutely superb piece of kit. Love it, love it. Now I don't know if you can see that there, but apparently my face is in focus. I'm using it on autofocus and apparently my face is in focus because the crosshairs are on the crosshairs on this is showing that I'm in focus. So I want to leave it on autofocus. You can see there the crosshairs on the, oh look, it's gone off, there we go. I don't know if you can see that all right. But apparently I am in focus because with the Sony cameras, I have found that using the Canon Sigma Art lenses with the Sigma MC11 adapter on the Sonys, the autofocus is pretty lousy. It hunts all the time. I'm very curious to see how good the Metabones adapter is on the Panasonic cameras because the Panasonics are not renowned for good autofocus. The GH4 was pretty bad. That's why I got rid of it. I want to find out how good the GH5 is. So this particular scene is being filmed with the Sigma 18 to 35. I'm going to be trying out the rather gorgeous Sigma 24 to 105 art lens. Now this particular lens is designed for full frame bodies. It's not designed for APS-C or micro four thirds. So again, very curious to see how this will react to the Metabones adapter. So I'm going to try that one. I'm also going to try the Sigma 10 to 20, which is the APS-C lens. Now, others have said this is a really nice lens on the GH5. So, yeah, I want to find out if that is. It isn't an art lens, it's just a standard APS-C 10 to 20. If this works, I shall use this a lot because it's got a good wide angle. And then I've got the Sigma 12 to 24 DG lens. Now this is, again, it's not an art lens, but it's designed for the full frame bodies. So all I'm really testing, this is not a scientific test whatsoever. I purely want to see how good is the autofocus with me just sat here. It's not a fantastic test because I'm only just sat here, but even the Sony couldn't cope with that. The Sigma Art lens on the Sonys couldn't cope with that. It would hunt. It would be hunting for the background and what have you. So if I'm still in focus, I'll be well chuffed. And I can check. This app is so much better than the Sony apps because you can do so much with it. You can adjust your iris, you can adjust your camera settings, your ISO. It's really impressive. And I think I'm still in focus. I don't know. But yeah, the crosshairs are still on my face. So yeah, we should see what happens with that. I'm going to test, just for sheer fun of it. I've got an old Canon, I don't know what it is, EOS 3000, old film camera, part of my sort of display of old kit. So I've got it on here, a Sigma, I think it's a Sigma, yeah, Sigma, God knows what it is. 28 to 70, yeah, I've got here an old Sigma 28 to 70. So, yeah, see if this old beast works. So there we go. So I'm already doing the test because this is the 18 to 35 is fitted to the camera. So without further ado then, let's now check the next lens. I think this has been on long enough now. You've heard me waffle enough now with that. So what should we do with the next one? Let's try the next one will be the 24 to 105 art lens, the full frame art lens, which I use on my Sonys. Again, not very good in autofocus on the Sonys, but let's see how good it is on the Panasonic. So we'll swap out that. I've now fitted the Sigma 24 to 105 art lens. It seems to be holding focus on my face. Again, left in autofocus. I've left it at the widest setting as well, just so you know, at the 24 setting. I think you can see clearly there that my face is locked on. Now, as to how sharp that is, it looks pretty good looking at it on this monitor. The other nice thing is, with this app, I can see it clearer. I can see a really big image like that. It's really good, isn't it? Really clever. And I think my face is locked in. Now this lens is a full frame lens designed for the Canon, I don't know much about the Canon. Is it a 5D Mark II, Mark III? That's full frame, isn't it? And designed for, when you put up with the MC11 adapter, is designed for the Sony A7 range of cameras and the A9. I've got the A7R Mark II, which is their 42 megapixel full frame camera. And it works gorgeous, but in video I have to use manual focus. I can't do what I'm doing now. I can't rely on autofocus because it just damn well don't work. But I'm not so sure it's working. Yeah, it's hunting a bit, but you know, I'm going to leave the hunting in because I want people to see how good or bad it is. But I think overall it's not bad at all. And they're still, again, looking at that, apparently I am still in focus. So as basically the 24 to 105 on the Metabones adapter on the GH5. The next one to test that, I mean, it's basically, just so you can see, this is the 18 to 35 that we had on for the first test. It is an industry standard lens. I say industry standard, I don't know what I really mean by that, but so many people use it and so many people highly, highly rate it as an absolutely superb piece of glass. And I highly rate it as well. I love it. And you can see by the A there, it's actually an art lens, of which you would find on the 24 to 105. That's an art lens. So the next lens we'll test, you can see that's quite a tight shot. I think we'll put on the 10 to 18. Right, this one has got fitted to it the Sigma MC11 adapter. So that's the MC11 adapter that I use when I fit it to my Sony bodies. So obviously I don't need that, so that can go to one side. Right, I'm going to try and do this with it still running. Simply because. Okay, we now have fitted, or I have fitted, the Sigma 10 to 20. It's not the, I say it's the APS-C Sigma 10 to 20. Very nice lens, but it's not designed for full frame, which is great because obviously the Panasonic GH5 isn't a full frame camera. Now, I don't know how good the focus is. Let me tap on my face. It's, oh, that's hunting a bit. No, it hasn't picked up me. It hasn't. Oh dear, no, it hasn't picked me up, is it? Well, apparently the crosshairs are on my face, but I'm not so sure. I look as though I'm completely sharp, which is unfortunate because no, I'm not sharp. I can see that. No, not sharp at all. Oh, it's sharpening up a bit now. Yeah, at the wide end, it's picked me up now. See, that took a long time for that to pick me photo. Oh no, it's hunting again. It's gone off again. Ah, that's interesting. That isn't so face detect on the 10 to 20, and I reckon because it's too wide a field, there's too much interruption there. Let's zoom that in a bit. quite a bit actually. Let's go right to the 20 end. Now it's picked me up. Oh no, it's hunting. Ooh. Yeah, off on, off on. I think you can see that. That's hunting like you wouldn't believe. I can see that it's hunting. Now you see, now I couldn't rely on that. Obviously, who could rely on that? That is really bad. That's hunting in face detect. I don't think we'll be using the 10 to 20 in autofocus in any mad rush. Unless I'm doing something wrong. I really would like somebody to help me with this. Am I doing something wrong with this particular lens? Because that clearly isn't staying in focus. It's moving like you wouldn't believe. So yeah, that isn't a good lens. Not for this particular purpose. So we'll scrap that one because see, no, it's going off and on like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so we'll scrap that. Okay, I've now fitted the 12 to 24 DG lens. It's not an art lens, but immediately I can see that is picking me up nicely. So it would seem that's nice and sharp. It looks nice and sharp anyway. That's at its widest of a 12 end. If you remember on the 10 to 20 at its wide end, my God, it was all over the place. But that seems to be constantly crosshaired on my face. And that I'm really impressed with. And the wide of it, even though I'm a bit confused because it should be cropping in a lot tighter because it's a full frame lens. But it's about the same width as the 10 to 20. So that's really confused me. But the operation of it apparently seems to be a lot more reliable. So, and the image quality looks really nice on that. Let's take that in a bit tighter. I'll take it in right through to... Yeah, I'm now zoomed in really tight. Obviously the exposure has gone down because it's not a constant aperture lens. That's the other lovely thing with this Sigma 18 to 35. I don't know if you can see that. This Sigma 18 to 35 is a constant f1.8, so it's really, really nice. What I've just put on isn't a constant f3.5, is it? Something like that? I don't know, but as far as focus is concerned, I'm really happy. Well, I think I'm really happy with that. Until I look at all of these shots on the computer, I'll have no idea. But yeah, so that's the Sigma 12 to 24 Canon fit lens on the Metabones adapter. They're all fitted on the Metabones adapter. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. That's looking pretty good, and I think I could use that lens without any trouble. So I'm not going to bother mucking around with switching that over to yeah. So even if I move around, yeah, it's picking up. It seems to be picking me up. It seems to be picking me up quite well. Yeah, quite pleased with that. The last one, the last Canon lens that I have, there's no way this is going to work. And the image quality, I suspect, to be crap. But are we all not interested to find out? I certainly am. Let's try it. Okay, I've now fitted the very old Sigma 20 to 70. And according to the crosshairs and the box, the camera's picked up me face, but you can clearly see that the lens hasn't. Yeah, no, he's suffering a bit. He's struggling a bit with that. That's at its widest as well. So yeah, I'm not going to go any further with that lens because clearly, and I have checked that it is an autofocus, and it is. Yeah, no, that lens can't cope with that. So that's a waste of test. So there we go. Let's go back to a decent lens. Well, there we go. I've now put back on the Sigma 18 to 35, and yeah, that seems pretty good. So not a scientific test, but for me, I learned something from it. Well, I did learn that although these old lenses, I don't know where it is now. I've probably thrown it in the bin. Oh no, there it is. These very, very old film lenses, the technology is far too old in them, and Yeah, no, absolutely hopeless. So forget those. But the more modern lenses and the Sigma Art lenses. But what I was particularly impressed with was this one, the Sigma 12 to 24. Now, when you appreciate this is not an art lens, it's not a particularly expensive lens. I paid 550 quid for this lens. So, you know, it's not cheap, but it's not expensive for what it is. And that worked pretty damn well. And the Sigma 18 to 35 isn't a particularly expensive lens either. Around about 600 quid, isn't it? 550, 600, something like that. So, you know, this is the wonderful thing with Micro Four Thirds and with the Sony E-mounts. You can get a whole range of lenses that are not proprietary, are not Panasonic or Olympus lenses, but work beautifully on the Sigma GH5. And I know that's what a lot of people do. So I've now got a set of Canon fit lenses that work superbly on my Sony cameras and now on my GH5. So there we go. And this app, love it to bits. We will be doing a more in-depth review on the GH5 and the pros and cons and the things that I like and the things I don't like. I've already come across a few things that irritate me, which I'll bring up in my review. The Metabones adapter, highly recommend it. It's excellent. I've only had it a couple of days, but I've done enough with it to know that I really, really like it. And I think there you can see all the functions on this app as well, where you can adjust white balance, ISO, exposure compensation, and you can go into even more settings than that, shutter speed, a whole range of different things. The Sony app isn't anywhere near as good as this. The only thing that the Panasonic doesn't have that I can find is NFC, and I really like NFC on the Sonys. You just tap it on the side of the camera and the app loads up. This one's more manual. It don't take 2 minutes to do. It's really good. So there we go. I can see what I'm recording. Record light is on. So many thanks for watching this. Well, not really a review as such, but thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and please hit the like button. If you do enjoy my content, I really appreciate you hitting the like button. It means a lot to me, and let all your friends know these videos are available. So many thanks for watching, and keep your eyes out for the next one. Once again, thanks very much. See you soon. Bye for now.